Well, hello, and good evening, good afternoon to everyone viewing either live on Facebook or streaming on YouTube. Welcome. We are talking about the old and the new tonight. What you gonna do? If you are streaming live on Facebook, go ahead, click like and click share. If you are streaming on YouTube, make sure you click that like button and that subscribe button. Look, you are in for a treat. I am still excited, still coming down from my high from Dubai. Hey, I got bars. But guess what? I'm going to bring forth my pastor. Shout out to my J Howe family. Love you so much. Him and Lady K been all over the world, and I'm trying to be just like them. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce to you none other than three-star director Mel Keys. Come forth and bless us. Bless us. Welcome to the relaunch. You muted.
I'm gonna need a little more time
You
because
need
it
some
looks
more
like
time.
my settings are kind of out of whack here, and I don't know why they keep going to these private, so I'm not even able to share. Why don't you tell us about that Dubai? Give us that Dubai testimony. Don't
Oh
come down
wow.
on that high. Just go ahead
Oh
and tell us
wow.
and I'll work this thing out.
I am still I'm just still on cloud nine. As a child, I always dreamt about going to Dubai, being in the sand, riding a camel, and to be able to do that, it was just a dream come true. I actually seen myself in the sand, standing next to a camel, and I just never knew what that was all about. And listen, I went and conquered my fear because man, that was a 15-hour flight. I don't know if I would do that again because if I go back over there, I will not be coming back. I tell y'all, listen, if you are just chiming in, we talking about the old and the new and what you're gonna do. Man, I was just asking myself earlier, like, did I ever think that I would ever be able to go to Dubai? And never in a million years did I think that I would be able to go. Look, I call two-star director Michelle Campbell and be like, look, we ain't in Dubai no more, but we was in Dubai and she is celebrating her birthday. So shout out to you, sis. I hope you just have many more moons over the sun. And guess what? She just turning 70 years young. And you could not tell. You can't tell it. It's something about this travel past the mill that just makes me. I'm only 27 and
Hey,
everything. So I feel like I rubbed the lamp, got the thingy, and just hit the jackpot with this
that's
company. It's not just the buy trip. It was the trip before that, which was the cruise. It wasn't just a cruise. It was the trip before that. The other cruise where I got to spend time with you and Lady K and
absolutely.
Chantel Steele. Hey, Carol Casper. I mean, it's a lot of changes. I'm doing a lot of things differently. I'm thinking differently. I'm feeling differently. And it's really exciting. It's just so much more than travel for me. Yeah, I started off 4 years ago just wanting to travel.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have a clue on how I was going to do it. I just knew I needed a getaway.
Come on.
I don't really realize I don't even really think that David Hart and Adela Hart really know what they did when they had the vision and said yes to the vision. I don't think Coach Deborah really know what her yes really did. I don't think you really know what your yes really did for me.
That's all
So
right.
thank you
Well,
from
we're
you on
connected.
up.
We're
Yeah.
connected to the wheels fall off, and I want to thank you for your yes. What I'm going to do, baby girl, I'm going to put you in this lobby, but don't go away because we want you to come right back in on the back end and close this thing out. We want to say good evening, good morning, good day, afternoon, wherever you are, depending on if you're live or replay. We want to say hello, Minister Carolyn. It is good to see you. Thank you for chiming in. My man of God, Rick Pena, much love to you. Glad you're chiming in. Pastor Danny, Get a family, Lady Lisa. I love Deacon Kevin. Much love. Carol Casper is in the house. Nisi is in the house. We're glad you're here. And we got one conversation. We got a lot of ground to cover and a short time to get there. Old and new. What you gonna do? You know, there are so many things that are changing right in front of our faces. I'm not talking about, you know, the change of the message. If you're in the kingdom, you know, we dare not change the message. We don't tamper with it, but there are some methodologies, y'all. We better upgrade. Ain't nobody here trying to type nothing out on no typewriter that I know of. You know, we got some things that are brand spanking new, and you better keep up with it, because whatever you get used to, it's going to change, right? So we're going to talk about the old and the new. What you going to do? Somebody put it in the comments. Miss Shannon, it's good to see you, beloved. Old and new, what you going to do? I'm going to put up some slides, and I'm going to run through these, because at 7 p.m. on the Central, 8 p.m. on the Eastern, I need to be in place and position on another particular call. This is our Faith Leaders call coming up. We have the fivefold ministry leaders who are assembled under the umbrella of Team Legacy. Shout out to Coach D, my big sis. I love you. Love you to life. She's assembled this team. She's paved the way, her and her husband, Apostle Guy Taylor. So we'll be meeting them at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock on the Central side. So we'll be long finished here. But let's talk about what we need to talk about. The old and the new, what you gonna do? Somebody put that in there. Make sure you spell it right too. The old and the new, what you gonna do? We need to make some decisions, y'all. Now we're gonna start with this thing from the travel perspective, but y'all know it's way bigger than travel. We talk about travel because that was the entrance into this lifestyle. That's the entrance into this paradigm shift. That's the interest. You're talking about, oh man, we'll talk about it later, but man, this is a mega. You know, this is nothing, Mike. This is mega. This is huge. How long has travel been here as an industry? Well, you do the math, you do the research and find out how long man has been traveling. And then you do the research and find out how huge this thing is. We're ready for flight. We're ready for takeoff. Put it in the comments if that's you. Put your seatbelt on. Come on. And should we lose some cabin pressure? Come on here. Take that oxygen mask. It's gonna come on down. Take it and apply it to yourself first before you apply it to anybody else. Let's talk about this thing. Listen, travel. Oh my God. Do you not know that the travel industry is the largest industry in the world? And it's that way for a reason, y'all. This thing is gargantuan. It is ginormous. And they say 8.2. Well, that was some time ago. That was 2017. This thing is now tracking at around almost $10 trillion a year in annual sales. But of that, there are two companies on the internet, and those are the companies that most people do their business with. It's called Priceline and Expedia. But we're going to talk about the old and the new, and I need to know what you're going to do. Because a lot of times we don't understand. You could be using something that's prehistoric. You could be using something that's dinosauric. You could be using something that's so ancient and I mean, it really don't even work. Come on. You got that 8-track. I know you got it in the closet because you didn't want to throw it away. It was your grandfather's. But listen, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And even if you get it to work, who's going to do the maintenance on it? Who's going to do the upkeep? It's come on. It's gone. It's the thrill is gone. It's gone. Old and new, what you going to do? And I'm telling you that one of the old methodologies for traveling, you just look up Priceline. You look up Expedia. And you let, like the yellow pages. Remember, come on, old and new, what you gonna do? Like yellow what? Yellow who? Yellow pages. Y'all don't remember that? Old and new, what you gonna do? There are things that are phased out. Now, you probably didn't know this if you're not paying attention, but all those other companies you see on the screen right there, they're part of Priceline and Expedia. They're part of the same thing that you just saw. This was their new. They just spread their wings and they started all these other sub-agencies and subsidiaries, and they're still making money, whether you go on the left side or whether you go on the right side, and you're paying retail prices for all of that. And you better ask somebody, it's highway robbery. I mean, if you really get down to it. And they get you two ways, coming and going. And you better get the details. You better stay here long enough to get all the information. Old and new, what you're gonna do. Let me give you a perfect example. I used to love my movies, and I still do. I love sitting down at the movie theater. Got some stuff coming up. Who's going to see Planet of the Apes? Where are my Planet of the Apes type people? I need to come on. What's the date on that? Y'all know the date? Let me know. Planet of the Apes is coming out real soon. I need to have my hips in one of those layback chairs. I'm gonna get my popcorn. I'm gonna get all that type of stuff. That's right, Shireen. Old and new. What you gonna do? But I love my movies. But when I wouldn't watch them at the theater, I would watch them home. And I had this thing, Blockbuster. We had Hollywood. We'll go get all these movies. My wife and I, 4, 5, 6 at a time. And and then of course I'm not gonna talk to you about the late fees and all that type of stuff. But anyway, the thing of it is, by the end of the month, when we added all this stuff together, we were paying about $125 or more, sometimes $150 a month on just entertainment from the movies. Now, of course, we had kids and all that type of stuff too, so they had theirs and so forth and so on. But the thing of it is, that was quite a bit. And then came this thing called Netflix. Y'all remember Netflix? You still got it, I believe. Probably got one right now. They used the membership model. And I didn't understand it at first. I was just mad that I went and drove up to the parking lot and I couldn't get in Blockbuster. I couldn't get in Hollywood Video. They all shut down and they were gone. Bankrupt. Old and new, what you gonna do? Lorraine, it's good to see you, darling. Chandrella, it's good to see you. Old and new, what you gonna do, Kev? Netflix was the new. They came in with a membership model, flipped the whole script, turned the whole thing upside down. Now, if there was some wisdom or more wisdom on the part of the Blockbuster, they would have absorbed. They would have taken in Netflix. They had the opportunity, but they couldn't see the vision. Y'all know where I'm going. Without a vision, the people perish. Come on. Without a vision, they went out of business. Old and new, what you gonna do? Netflix is the new, y'all. And Netflix is the new because they used a membership model that literally it didn't charge per transaction of travel. It just said they didn't charge per transaction of movie and entertainment. They charged per membership. You get the membership, and then you watch what you want to watch, when you want to watch it, with whom you want to watch it with. It was the perfect model. And they created a perfect storm for that giant called Blockbuster to go all the way down like the Titanic. And they were a small, $1 million company against a $1 billion company. The $1 billion company went down. The $1 million company came up because they strategy, membership model. And guys, what I'm going to talk to you about tonight is a membership model for your travel. But maybe I need to extend it. It's not just a membership model for your travel, to be honest with you. Now that I think about it, it's a membership model for your life, to be connected with like-minded individuals who want what you want and who will do what you do to get what you're going to get. There's power in unity, y'all. Iron sharpens iron. We're seeing that over and over again. Old and new, what you gonna do? Dr. Ansanya, much love to you. First Lady Lita, much love. I'm glad you're here. Listen, here's what we do in our membership model, because this membership model is changing lives all around the globe. More than 65 nations. We'll talk about that in a moment. We only do 3 things, though, in this membership model. It's about helping you to live your dream life. Now, a lot of folk are dreaming, but their eyes are closed. We show you how to keep the same dream, but how to open your eyes. Number 1, we help you to tap into travel agent pricing without you being a travel agent. You don't have to be a travel agent with us. In fact, I'm a travel agent. My wife and I for 12 plus years. We saw this and we said, oh my God, how are they doing that? We didn't know how. Sometimes we mess folk up and sometimes we get stagnated because we trying to figure everything out and we're analytical and we're right brain. No, is that left? I can't remember. One of those sides of the brain, and we just stay there with all logic. Man, you could figure out how to do a whole lot of stuff and still be in the same spot. We got to get out of that figure them out mode and get in action mode. I'm telling you what I know. You don't have to be a travel agent to get travel agent pricing. In fact, we're going to show you how to get even better than that. So the first thing we give you access to in this membership model, we give you membership pricing as if you were a travel agent with more than 2 million properties. You'll never again pay retail again using our program. It's against our religion. Number 2, we show you how every single year you should be taking some dream vacations. Not that, nothing against your family, not that family reunion type of stuff where you stayed at somebody's house, your cousin and Pookie and Tyrone and all that. No, we're talking about 4 and 5-star destinations, 4 and 5-star vacations, whether it's going to be continental or whether it's going to be internationally across the waters and places that you only thought that you would never go to. We're going to show you how to do that every single year, at least twice a year. And I'm going to show you some prices, and you probably not going to believe it, but we ain't got nothing but receipts. Number 3, here's what we do in this dream life, in the pursuit of it. We show you how to earn. Somebody put in the comments, daily pay. My God, daily pay will change your life. I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm not telling you what I read about. I'm telling you what I know. Daily residual pay will change your whole life. You'll start paying off cars. You'll start paying off your mortgage. You'll start removing debts. You'll start catching up on stuff that you thought you never would. You'll start giving more to charities and the nonprofits. You'll start helping more people. Come on. And let me just add in, you're going to take a whole lot more vacations too. And when you take those vacations, you'll even be able to get a couple of souvenirs. You'll be able to take some folk with you that you wanted to take before, but you probably couldn't even get yourself there. This thing will change your whole life. Somebody put it in the I see you there, Shireen. Put it in the comments. Give me that daily pay. I love my daily pay. Put it there right there in the comments. And this is because of the vision, y'all. I already told you, without a vision, I hope you're listening to people perish. That's not just Bible. That's real talk. That's real life. That's right in front of us. Real deal Holyfield. The man of God and the woman of God, they had a vision. They were already doing very well for themselves and their family, but God gave them a vision that would stretch across the earth to families in more than 65 nations strong, and we still are not finished yet, but we're really just getting started. We have 4 headquarters, not 3. I know how to pronounce the 3. Colombia as a nation, we're there. Come on. Spain, we're there. Come on. Temecula, California, we're there. But come on, y'all. Y'all help me out with that. Is it Kyrgyzstan? I'll get that. Y'all gonna have to show me how to say it. I think it's Kyrgyzstan. Man, they got some folk coming out of there with so much enthusiasm. That daily pay, y'all, is changing folks' lives. We are seeing folk accomplish in 6 months and a year what other folk were taking 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 years. Listen, y'all, it's here for everybody. It's no respect of persons. We're operating with 4 headquarters and more than 65 nations strong, paying out tens of millions of dollars in commissions to everyday ordinary people. The only one left out of that equation, if you're not inside of this club, is you. What you gonna do? Old and new, what you gonna do? Say it again. Gloria Tate, much love to you, darling. Old and new. Coach D is in the house. What you gonna do? Old and new, what you gonna do? Because you're already going on, resorts and hotels and group travel. You already taking girls' trips. How come guys don't do that? Lord, that's another question. We need to talk about that on another case. You already taking tours and, learning, all about the history of, Europe and South Africa and, Australia and Thailand and all this. You're already going on cruises and all the activities, the excursions. You're going to the sporting events, paying all that money on them tickets and concerts and all that type of stuff. And you're getting in a rental car for the whole week and you're paying up, you're already doing that. We're just going to show you how to do it for a whole lot less. And I'm telling you again, not what I heard, not what I read in the magazine. I'm telling you, real deal Holyfield. Old and do what you gonna do. I'm going to give you an example. Right here is one of our first of the 3 layers in this cake. Come on, can we bake a cake right quick? The first layer is what we call your net zero pricing. You'll have access to more than 2 million type properties just like this. Same ones really in Expedia, Priceline, and all those other guys. The only difference with us, we don't change your room. We don't change where the destination is. We don't put the resort on this side of the street rather than that side of the street. You don't get a different interest with all of that's the same. The only difference is the price. Somebody put that in the comments. Old and new, what you gonna do? Irene, I see you there. Glad you joined in. Guys, look at that difference. That's over a $600 and almost a $650 savings. Do you know with an extra $650 on your vacation what you can do? Y'all tell me, what would you do with an extra $650 on your vacation? Here's another one. Paradise Point. That's San Diego. I love San Diego. California. Our California family. Represent. Let us know where you are. That's almost a $650 savings right there. Old and new. What you going to do? See, you're used to paying an extra $650. We're trying to show you how you can save an extra $650. Tell me which one is better for you. To spend an extra $650 or to save it. Old and new, what you gonna do? Layer 1, that was the cake. Over 2 million properties in our inventory of net zero pricing. Layer number 2. This is the middle level. This is made for anyone, anywhere, on any budget. Anybody can get a slice of this, y'all. Put that in the comments. Anybody can get a slice of this. Let me know if you want a slice of this. Travel designed for you to dream with your eyes wide open. Anyone, anywhere, on any budget. We have over 2,000 plus destinations that waiting on you. Here's an example. It's over 2,000. I can't show you all of them, but here's an example. Canary Islands, Spain. Guys, do you see that? It is not a misprint. $0 for our platinum members. Just under $15 a night. Oh, actually, that's not a night. That's for the whole week, y'all. 8 days and 7 nights. Let me correct that. That's not a per night rate. That's the whole week rate. You just pay the tax, y'all. Somebody put that in the comments. Baby girl said a big slice. I know that right. Pastor Danny said, give me a slice of that. I know that right. There you go. What does Kev? Anybody can get a slice of this. That's what I'm talking about. Older know what you're going to do. We need to stop being so wasteful. We are so wasteful. And you are wasting money, time, and everything else in between by not being a part of this program, because it's the new thing. I really believe that this is the type of thing that's going to become a household name when you think of travel. That's Dubai. Now, baby girl started out. She just got back from Dubai. She still smell like Dubai. Come on here now. She got Dubai perfume on. She came back with head crowns and dresses trimmed with gold. Look, she had to register in customs the stuff she came back with from Dubai. I still got me some Dubai money. I got to go back myself. Listen, she paid $49. I paid $99, but she paid $49, 6 days, 5 nights in a 5-star resort in Dubai. Did y'all hear me? I'm gonna say it again. I paid $99. She paid $49. I want my $50 too. She paid $49, 6 days, 5 nights at a 5-star hotel resort in Dubai. Good God Almighty. And she had breakfast for 2. And the breakfast on the retail rate on the site of the hotel, can't tell you the name of the hotel right now, but that breakfast was $35 per person. And let me tell you, it was worth every morsel of it, even though we didn't pay it. Because the breakfast for 2 plus the king room, we paid $99, but she paid $49. Good God Almighty. And all the stuff that she did there, go to her page. Just peruse, just browse through her page and see all the stuff she did. Look at all the excursions she took. I told you about all those travel things we got. It's not just travel. It's bigger than travel, y'all. Look at all the stuff she did. Man, she riding camels. They try to offer a few, but we ain't going for that. Listen, all the stuff she did, she up there legs just a dangling, eating dinner and stuff. She out there in this thing. She on boats and come on here, going through canals and all. She did that thing. And all that she did, she saved money. Oh my God. She going here, dude. Look, baby girl, we travel. We going back to Jamaica. Somebody put it back. Come on. Ambassador Sherry, back to Jamaica. Put it in there. I know y'all said back to Cali or so. No, we ain't going back to Cali. We going back to Jamaica, y'all. Man, Montego Bay is calling our name. Shout out to all the wonderful authors of Going Places. And shout out to all the folk who are connected and are going with us. Shout out to my good friend, my bro, and my sis. We're excited about, of course, Apostle H.D. Wilson, Pastor Beverly. We are so excited about, Ambassador Ricky Floyd and Pastor Sheila and Minister Lisa and several other prolific authors who are going to be a part of this teamship of authors. Man, when we get there, Lord have mercy. What a time we're going to have in Montego Bay, Jamaica. Let me tell you this. We paid about $585 all inclusive for 2 people. If you go to the website, can't tell you the name because you got to be in the club, y'all. But this 5-star resort, we paying $585 On their site, it starts out at $1,800. Do you hear me? Old and new, what you gonna do? Shireen, we got to get you there. Yes. Portugal, y'all. Puerto Vallarta. So many examples. Look at that one, though. $29. That's not a misprint. That's 5 days and 4 nights. And no, that's not just a room. But if it was just a room, let me ask you a question. What would your hotel look like if you was paying $29 a night? I'll wait for it. Maybe not. I don't have that much time. It ain't going to be pretty, though, I tell you that. Man, listen. You should be overly concerned in the United States of America. I don't care what place you could be your mama house if you paying $29 a night. But we do that with this program in Puerto Vallarta and places like it in 4-star resorts. But watch this. It's not just $29 a night, y'all. That's all the food and the drinks. Good God Almighty. Y'all make me. Vegas, man. Vegas ain't the same when you're in this program. You'll see sections of that hotel and sections of that resort that have been locked out. You didn't know it was a door there. They'll move walls and open up stuff, and then, oh, this is the way. Man, they got some stuff for you to see, some James Bond stuff. Come on here. They got some stuff in some of those buildings that you don't have access to unless you get to be a part of the in crowd, and we are it, y'all. I'm telling you what I know, not what I heard. Old and new, what you gonna do? Why not pay $1, y'all? You say, well, is that how much it's gonna cost for the shuttle to pick you up? No, that's how much it's gonna cost for the shuttle to pick you up, to have breakfast every day at the 4-star resort, and it also includes your room. Good God Almighty! And then I say a little wine, white wine is with that too, for $1. This is no misprint. This is real deal, Holyfield. Or hey, it's good to see you, man. Been waiting to connect. Guys, listen, I can go on and on. That's Greece, y'all. That's Athens. The prices there are incredible. Hawaii, when we got back from Hawaii, man, listen, you could stay at a Motel 6 and pay $350 a night. We're staying at 4- and 5-star hotels in Hawaii. 5 days, 4 nights, and still not paying $600. Greece, that's Crete right there. Over and over again, we can tell you about this program. Now, listen, that's Thailand, guys. We're paying less than $200. Somebody paid $1, less than $200 to stay at a 5-star resort, beachfront cottage in Thailand, Puerto Vallarta. Many places like it. We can go on and on and on. I just don't have the time to do so. So let me do this for you guys. I'm going to move and switch gears because I told you old and new what you're going to do. And I told you this thing is bigger than travel. And you got to understand the words that's coming out my mouth. Don't get lost in the travel side and miss this one. Because here's what I know to be true. Multiple streams of income is no longer a luxury. It is a necessity. How many of you got bills coming in from the north, the south, the east, and the west? You understand? They coming from all over. They come, listen, they come on the 1st of the month, the 15th of the month, the 30th or the 31st, on a leap year. Look like we got leap years in. They come in 2 and 3. Come on. You got bills coming like that. I know you do, because I do. They coming in, y'all. But how come we only got money, for the most part, coming in one way or two way or, you know, man, we need streams of income just like we got streams of outgo. No longer a luxury. It is a necessity. Here's real deal, y'all. 44% of Americans, wealthiest nation on the planet, one of them anyway, top 3. When $1,000 emergency comes up, we are in trouble. I've been in that place, y'all. I've been in that position. Pastor Everett, it's good to see you. We need to talk, man. We need to talk. And we need to do more than talk, too. Guys, you got to understand this. When you're in the wealthiest nation on the planet, or one in the top 3, and $1,000 emergency comes up and we can't handle it, that means something is wrong. Somebody put it in the comments. Something's wrong. Put it in the comments. Red alert. Red alert. Someone put 911. We got a problem. Mayday. $1,000 emergency, but we got, come on, we need fundraisers, and you understand. All this stuff going on, God forbid if somebody should die. Lord have mercy, don't get me started. Woo! They died, and we can't. No, we can't bury them yet. Keep them out there. Keep them on the ice. Keep them on that ice. Keep them on. Keep them on that ice. We can't let that ice melt either. Keep them on that ice because we can't do it yet. Give us a little more time. We'll do it next. We'll bury them next month. Grandpa, we'll bury him. We'll bury him, but we can't do it now because it's, you understand? It's a problem. And one of the things I'm most passionate about is helping to solve that problem for everyday, ordinary people. And I'm going to show you some things. Here's another thing, y'all. Minister Lisa, it's good to see you. 56% of Americans who are nearing retirement age are saying that they are nowhere near ready to retire financially. They are not on track. They're saying, man, I got to slow this thing down. They're saying I don't have the cost to be the boss. They're saying, man, I think I'm going to need to get me another job or two. They're saying, I got to pay this insurance. I got to keep paying for this medication. I got all these expenses and my income is about to be cut. I was barely making it on what I had with the full-time income. Now you telling me I got to retire? Lord have mercy. 56% of Americans are saying that, according to a poll done by CNBC. Guys, here's another one. Real Deal Holyfield. Old and new, what you gonna do? Are you gonna be on the old side of those who just, the road and the bridge went out, and are you gonna stay on that road? Are you still gonna cross that bridge? And we're telling you that old bridge went out a long time ago. We are not in the era 50 years ago where that one income sustained everybody in the neighborhood, everybody in the village. We are not in that neighborhood where everybody who retires lives happily ever after and the golden years begin right at your retirement. Man, there are folk having a retirement party, and the next day, if not that night, they clocking in on their new job because that's what it is. The average Social Security check, according to the U.S. Social Security Administration, February of last year was just over $1,800, y'all. Just real talk. Old and new, what you gonna do? Deacon Larry, it's good to see you. Much love to you. Listen, y'all, we're trying to help some people. There's a better way. We found it, but it's up for you to decide and discern if you're ready to take the journey. But I do know this: if you stay on the road that you've been on, you know where that leads to. If you stay on the bridge that your other folk that you were with, you saw them fall off that bridge in ruin. Are you gonna stay on the same one? Guys, here's what Mr. Warren Buffett said. He said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. One of the wealthiest on the planet. I think he knows what he's talking about. He's saying there needs to be some residual income in your life. Somebody put that in the comments. There needs to be some residual income in my life. If you're only making money when you clock in, what are you going to do when you clock out? The money stops. If you're only making money when you're on salary, what you going to do? What you going to do? Number one, in most occasions, that salary is probably costing you more than you understand. Guys, that job, let me tell you, I'm not telling you to quit. I'm not telling you to give up on it, but I'm telling you that somebody had a vision for that job, and the one who had the vision to create that job, that's the one who's getting wealthy from it. You're getting a portion of a portion, but there's a whole lot more. And until we get wise enough to wake up and smell the coffee to get everything that we got coming, come on. We're going to always be in a hole, and we need to get out of that hole to help some more people and show them how to get there. Mr. Robert T. Kiyosaki is one doing that. Cash Flow Quadrant. Get the book for yourself. Read it for yourself. Go to YouTube. Wealth is created in 4 ways. On the left side of that quadrant, you're going to get left, and you're going to get the leftovers. At the top, that's the job folk. At the bottom, those are those who are self-employed, but they're doing everything on their own. Still the case that when they stop, the money stops. And then on the employee side, you know how that works. Anytime they want to change the rules, they don't even need to have a meeting with you. They can snatch the carpet out. You didn't even know the carpet moved. They could change your office. They could change all the bit. They could change anything they want. It's theirs. It's they're the employer, right? Not only that, but understand this: they could get you to train the people that's going to replace you. There's no security there, guys. You can say, I love this job. That's great. But you better understand what it is. You better have a plan B, because on the left side, you could get left. And on the left side, you'll get the leftovers. And let me say this. There are people that are making a lot of money, some on the left side. You know, they have great salaries. They have great benefits, this, that, and other, but you don't own it. You can't pass it on to anybody, not even your children, if they qualify, or even if they wanted it, they can't get it. It's a job. The left side, you get left. The left side, you get leftovers. 5% of the wealth is on the left side, but 95% of the people are there. Somebody put in the comments, it's real crowded over there. It's real crowded over there. That's the left side. Right side, y'all. The right side is the right side, because on the right side, they're doing the right things. It's not because they're smarter. It's not because they work harder. In a lot of cases, they don't. But they're making a whole lot more money. Why? Because they have a system, a business system, like the system that we're talking to you about tonight. This business system in the number one industry on the planet, it will change your whole life. It will level you all the way up if you treat it half, maybe even 10% of the way you treated your job on the left side. But you own it. It'll do what you want to do. It'll mirror whatever you want. But here's what you need to understand about the business systems. It's plug and play, and you're able to win not just by your own efforts, but by the efforts of everybody that's connected to you. We all win together by community. There's power in that unity. And then the investment, that's when the unified dollars begin to procreate one after the other. Everything reproduces after its kind, and $100 bills make $100 bills. You get the math? That's how it works. And you can never work faster than your money when your money is making money. On that side, y'all, 5% of the folk are on the right side, and 95% of the wealth is there. Somebody say, get to the right side. Get to the right side. Kev, it's good to see you, D. Thanks for chiming in. Get to the right side, because the right side is the right side. Here's what our champion said. God knows how much I love her. I freed 1,000 slaves. I could have freed 1,000 more if only they knew they were slaves. Most folk are living in denial. Most folk don't know that they don't know. So they pretend they do. And they act as if they do, but they don't know. I'm going to say it again. I freed 1,000 slaves. I could have freed 1,000 more if only they knew they were slaves. When you don't own your time, when you don't own your life, are you really free? And that's why I bring you back to the travel industry. Because in this soil, we're going to show you how to go get what you want. We're going to show you how to stop waiting for your blessing and how to go get your blessing, because God will bless the work of your hands. Did you not know that over the next 10 years, it is projected that the travel industry as a whole is going to grow that by more than 50%? Man, you invested in stocks and mutual funds and all this, and keep doing that. That's good. But you better get you some of this. It's going up 50%, and it's already the largest industry on the planet. And one of the reasons it's growing is because of Generation X, Y, and Z. They will not keep their hips at home. Now, old folk, you know, they only went a couple of places here and there, everywhere. But these young folk today, old and new, what you gonna do? They all over the place. I'm gonna say it again. They are all over the place. They refuse to stay put. They refuse to die in their neighborhood where they were born. They're moving. What about you? And I'm trying to show you, we're going to share with you how to get out of your own way and make your passion, your paycheck. If you have a passion about helping people, if you have a passion for serving people, if you have a passion for education, if you have a passion for inspiration and personal development, if you have a passion for discipleship and evangelism, if you have a passion for travel, we're going to show you how to make it your paycheck, because you're going to take all those same passions, and we're going to show you how to convert it to cash, y'all. Pay attention. It's all about living your dream life through these three things. Number one, showing people how to book their travel at up to 70% off, net zero pricing, over 2 million properties. It's all about showing them how to get at least 2 destination dream vacations a year, paying $1 or $100 to stay, or all-inclusive $29 a night. Man, when you can do that, and they share that with some other folk, it's about getting that daily pay that's going to change your whole life. That's what this 10X compensation plan is doing. Miss Sandra Ross is the boss. Glad you're here. See, this 10X compensation plan is better than your military retirement. It's better than the retirement that you had in corporate America. It's better than anything that I've seen, because nothing compares to it. Number one, I told you the job. I'm not hating on your job, but I'm just telling you, if you don't own it, you don't own it. And I am telling you that with this business, the moment you get started, you're already winning. You're winning number one, and I got to move quickly. You're winning number one because all the pricing and the savings, you're going to get them just by being a member, without doing any, without telling anybody, without going to any courses or classes, without getting any certifications. You're going to be saving. We got folks. Tanya, in fact, you'll save. Save money on a car. Nice car too. Nice vehicle, SUV, Telluride. I love it. You'll save money on your concerts, your musicals. You're taking the kids to the theme. You'll save money on your theme park. You go to the movies, you're going to save money on your movies. You shop online, you're going to save money when you shop online. You go out to eat, over 75,000 restaurants. You'll save money. When you travel, cruises, come on. Hotels, resorts, rental car, you're going to save money. So you're already winning. You won't be doing anything new. You're going to keep doing what you were already doing. Old and new, what you going to do? Why waste it? You're going to save it. But number two, you'll win because now that you're in this plan, by the laws, by the codes of the IRS, it is a home-based business. We'll show you how to make sure you're moving in that direction. You're going to save on average $400 to $500 a month off of your taxes. Did you hear me tonight? You're going to save off of your tax. You're already paying taxes. And I know you probably hate the amount that you're paying. And I'm telling you, I'm in agreement. You're paying too much. I'm going to show you why the wealthy, in many cases, pay less taxes than folk that are in middle class. This is why. Because they have legal tax deductions. We're going to show you how to do the exact same thing in this program. Not only that, we're going to show you how to refer this travel club to other people. And when you have 3 people that you refer, let me tell you what happens. Your $135 a month investment, if you're a platinum member, we have another level that's less than that, but I like the platinum because it gives you at least twice a year, major dreamcations at over 2,100 destinations you can choose from, to include a mix of world tours and dreamcation getaways. Guys, you can take those pennies on a dollar. And when you share it with 3 people that get the same level of membership as you, that $135 drops down to $0.00. That means you're not paying anything, but the company is paying you for it. And now you're getting all that travel for free. In the course of a 12-month period, that means you got up to $3,000 of savings. Travel for free. Just by sharing it with 3 people. Keep that thing moving. Somebody put in the comments, keep that thing moving. Because if you shared it with 3, you can keep on sharing it with a few more people. And the 3 that you shared it with, they can keep on sharing it with a few more people. All I know is that when you get 16 memberships total in your group, not all yours, some of them you probably won't even know, but 16 platinum memberships mean that you'll be earning as much as $400 to $700 a month, which is $5 to $8 grand a year. What can you do with that extra $5 to $8 grand? Keep on sharing it with a few more people, and it'll become 50 platinum memberships. You don't know all those people, and they don't know you, but they appreciate you. They glad that they got to know you, and they want to get to know you, because listen here, with 50 platinum memberships, you're earning anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500 a month, and that's 18 to 30 grand a year. Here's what you need to know. The average Social Security check as of Feb of last year was just at $1,800. I'm showing you a better way, y'all. 3-star director is earning, with just over 120 platinum memberships, you're earning between 30 to 42 grand a year. You start to get a little itchy then. You start looking at folk on your job like, you know what? Old and new. What you gonna do? 4-star directors, you got about 250 platinum memberships in your book of business, 48 to 60 grand a year. What could you do with an extra 48 to 60 a year? And all you did was you just started a travel club, and you shared it with a few, who shared it with a few, who shared it with a few. It grows with or without you once you really get passionate about it. Shout out to all of our ambassadors, especially my ambassador, Coach D. We love you so much. McGill, we see you there. Thanks for chiming in. Listen, all of our ambassadors are earning anywhere upwards from $100,000 to as much as $300,000 a year or more. We have ambassadors who are earning upwards of $1 million a year. But guys, I don't want to, blow your mind with some stuff. But here's the reality: it'll do what you want it to. You just got to get in and not quit. You got to get in and keep moving. You got to take. If you took this 10% as seriously as you did with your job, man, do you know what you can realize? And I'm not telling you it's pie in the sky. I'm not telling you it's overnight. But even if it took you a few years, or 4 years, or 5 years, or even 10 years, an extra $100,000 to $300,000 a year, I'm telling you, it's going to be more than your retirement in most cases. And there's some folk out there that retirement is that, but the vast majority, that will not be the case. Guys, here's a powerful testimonial for you all. Shout out to Coach D. My big brother's with the Lord now. Just over 3 years, a couple of days ago, was the 3rd anniversary when he passed. Apostle Guy Taylor. When he was on this earth, he was a 2-star director. His business was just under $25,000 a year. Understand this. 31, not even 3 years, 31 months later, his business graduated and promoted through the growth of the memberships, and the company pays him $170,000 a year to his estate. It's a willable trust. They were very wise. They made a willable trust for their grandchildren. 2 of their grands, y'all, ain't even 10 years old. Do you know that by the time those little girls, you don't even have to say 18, man. By the time they teenagers, they already gonna be millionaires. Because this thing is growing in leaps and bounds, and it is unstoppable, guys. Already making 170. It's gonna close out at the end of this year by more than $200,000. And that's just one side of the business. That's Apostle Guy's side of the business. We ain't even got to Apostle Deborah's side. That's about 150 right now. And look, it's on blast. It is in turbo right now. Do you hear what I'm saying? I'm so honored to be a part of it. Listen, guys, that ambassador lifestyle is something that you should have in your vision. You should have that in your mission state. Lord, make me an ambassador, because it's going to change your whole life. But it's not about you. It's not about me. It's about what we can do for other folk. Maybe you okay. Maybe your retirement is set. Maybe your funds and finances are just fine. You good with that. But wouldn't it be better if you can help some more people? Because it's not everybody's portion, even though it may be yours. We're going to show you how to get extra. We're going to show you how to get overflow. We're going to show you how to tap into that wealth of abundance that can not only change your life, but your children's and your children. And folk, come on here. Folk in your neighborhood, folk in your community, folk in your church. This is what I'm talking about. Yes, ambassador, I am an ambassador. And yes, tell you, if you love helping others, it only makes sense. Let me just say, y'all, some people look at this as business as usual. No, it's not business as usual. This is kingdom business. This is ministry. And we're going to talk about that on the next call. Y'all need to be with me, because a lot of times we don't even understand all the ramifications of ministry. Could I help you with something? Ministry takes money. You're serving folk. And part of your service is to empower and equip them in a life transformative way that it adds value, not just to their eternity, but even while they're on earth. And it takes money to do that, y'all. Let's not fool ourselves. So let's dig in. Let's lock arms. Let's help some folk like they need to be helped on their way to heaven. Oh, we're going to get them there because we got the good news. We got the gospel. We got all of that. But do they have to struggle and bleed and hemorrhage and can't pay, medical bills, and can't pay for their medicine, and can't get to the other side of town because they ain't got a car, or they got to die and they got to can't even get a casket? You know what I'm saying? Does that have to be their portion on their way to heaven? Shout at me in the comments. Maybe I'm missing something. And we want to help as many people as we can. All we're telling you, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, that we are a Better Life company. We are Trevorium, and we're proud of it. A better life requires a better way, and we have found it right here, right now. It's been my distinct pleasure to share this message with you. We are ambassador bound. This is winning season, and there's no limits. The only limitation is you. And if I was you, I would remove that limitation and get out of my own way. Coach, I want you to close us out. I'm going to get ready for our next Faith Leaders call that starts at the top of the hour, 7 Central, 8 Eastern. And we want to encourage as many people as possible to meet us there. It's going to be powerful.
Well, you heard from the man of God. Listen, it is winning season. What season are you in? Listen, getting ready to jump on this faith leaders call. If you have missed this presentation, we getting ready to go live. You need to get on inside of the Zoom room. What you gonna do, old and new? What you gonna do? We gonna see you at the beach, the bank, or both. We trying to get you to both. Talk to y'all later. Bye.